What's up, everybody? It is a Blue Drake, and today I want to talk about a game that I really loved, and as time goes on and on, I'm kind of wondering if we're ever going to see anything like it again. Today we're talking about Rising Storm 2, and if you want to check out this game, links down in the description. It's usually on sale, and you can pick it up pretty cheap nowadays, and it is probably one of the most immersive tactical shooters out there. But here's the thing. The developers behind this game, who were under Tripwire, Antimatter Games, developed this project and then later moved on beyond Tripwire. And even though Tripwire is known for creating a whole bunch of really awesome tactical shooters, including Red Orchestra, Red Orchestra 2, and then of course both of the Rising Storm games, now that Antimatter Games, which was the developers of Rising Storm 2, have gone on to make their own studio, I'm starting to wonder if Tripwire is ever going to work on tactical shooters again. Which would be a real shame, because I think the Red Orchestra and Rising Storm series are a really unique entry into the tactical shooter genre, and are probably some of the most immersive games that I've played. But I'm starting to get this itching feeling that these might be the last games that we're going to play from Tripwire in this genre. Now, this leads me on to 83. This is the new game that Antimatter Games is actually working on. So the developers of this game have gone on to make their own standalone studio and making a game set in the Cold War inspired by their original work in Rising Storm. And that might be the only real continuation of the series that we see, most likely. If you want to check that out, I'm also going to have a link down to 83 down below, but I have high hopes for these guys, and from what I've been seeing, they've been doing some pretty incredible things. I think a lot of the stuff about Rising Storm that made it really unique wasn't just the frantic gameplay, but also all of the other immersive elements that went into it. The sound design, all of the players calling out to one another with the immersive voice lines, hearing the NVA and the US soldiers saying to take cover or that they're taking suppressive fire, in addition to having all of the incredible particle effects of the napalm drops and the artillery. I mean, it's really incredible. There's a lot of detail here that really makes this one of the most cinematic games that I think I've played. So if you haven't checked this out, again, go check out Rising Storm, go check out 83. I've got really high hopes for 83, but I am wondering if Tripwire is abandoning the genre. I kind of hope that they're not, but I think that if Tripwire does make a Rising Storm 3, it'll probably be pretty fundamentally different from what Antimatter Games started. So, at this point, I also want to know what you guys think. What do you think is going to happen to Tripwire? What do you think is going to happen to Red Orchestra and Rising Storm? Have you been following 83 and Antimatter Games' new projects? Have you been following new developments from Tripwire? Maybe something I missed where they've announced that they're going to be still developing tactical shooters. Those are all things that I'm really interested in, and I'm probably going to be watching these guys like a hawk because I really want to know what the future of this series is going to be. Whether it's with Tripwire or somebody else, I don't really care. I just want this again. Besides that, thanks so much for watching. As always, links are down in the description, and if you want to keep up to date with all things tactical and new games and new technology, make sure you press that subscribe button. Besides that, as always, remember, Blue Drake loves you. Cheers.